If you've ever been in an interaction with an attractive woman and you felt that the vibe was building up, internally you probably started to have these thoughts that I should ask her for her number, I should go for the close, I should shoot my shot with this woman. And if you don't understand the concepts I'm going to explain in this video, you probably have a lot of uncertainty around how to go about doing that successfully. And so what I've noticed, what happens a lot of the time with most men, myself included, especially earlier on in my 20s, I lacked the confidence and the entitlement of understanding how to properly ask a woman out, right? And there's multiple ways to do this that I want to break down in this video. So there is a little bit of nuance depending on the environment that you're in, because some of you guys probably see women at the gym or at work versus a night out versus on dating apps, as well as her interest level towards you. So based on these factors, there's going to be a calculated approach, a different path in which you could go about asking her out. And that's what I want to break down with you guys in this video. That way you have clarity that no matter which scenario you're in, you know the proper way to ask her out successfully. Okay. And before I jump into this, like I was saying, in my progression, I really struggled with this in my 20s. I've made a massive transformation. I've helped a lot of guys go through that transformation as well. If you're somebody who's just watching content and you're not living out the dating life that you truly desire, if you want more social confidence or if you want more of an abundant dating life, click the link down below and you can actually apply to work with me directly to achieve your dream dating life. So let's break down the two different ways, in my opinion, that you should go about asking a woman out successfully. The first of which is the most obvious, and then I want to get into more subtle, nuanced concepts once we understand the foundation. So I think if I just imagine some of my clients or most men, when they start interacting with a woman, you can just sort of tell that the girl likes you. Like she's more receptive towards you, she's maybe playing with her hair, she asks you questions. You've probably been in an interaction like this where like you feel that the vibe is there, it's on. Maybe she doesn't want you sexually, but you're like, oh, this is the one that I should actually go for. If you're in that situation, understand before anything, before I even give you the tactical ways to do this, you're not gonna feel confident and certain and entitled to having that woman until you've been through this process a bunch of times. It's the same thing with cold approach. Like I help a lot of men with their approach anxiety and how to confidently go up and talk to women. And everybody wants to know how to get over this thing, the approach anxiety. You're not going to be able to confidently approach women until you've already been doing it and that you understand the technicalities around it and that you can now successfully do it. Once you've already been doing it, your brain will then tell you, oh, okay, I've achieved this thing, therefore I can do this thing. And then once you have more and more evidence confirming that you're that guy, you could then become confident around the whole thing. So up front, what I'm about to tell you, you're not going to be that confident. And in fact, the first couple times you go for it, it's probably not going to be that smooth. And that's totally okay. It's not a big deal. What's important is that you use these strategies and you just take that uncomfortable step and it will still work. Game does not need to be perfect. There are billions of men that have been getting laid and starting families successfully throughout in the entire human existence. None of these guys studied game, but these concepts will give you a little bit more confidence and certainty that you can just go for it. And that's what I did in my own progression. I didn't feel confident in the moments. I just knew that this was the action I needed to take and I felt like it was time to do it. And maybe I pussied out a couple different times first, but at some point I just manned the fuck up and went for it. And maybe I failed, but I was still proud for making that approach. I was still proud of myself for taking that action and asking the woman out or trying to make that move. And every time I did that, it led to massive internal growth. Okay, so let's talk about when you're in that moment and you feel like it's on and you should do something. What do we do? On the most simplistic level, guys, before I overcomplicate this and give you more nuanced stuff, you just ask her out. Now, what you don't do is you open and you say, can I get your phone number? That's not what I mean by just ask her out. And that's what a lot of guys I see online on TikTok, Riz, and these IG POV glasses, they're prematurely just asking for a phone number, which is completely lacking context. And yes, you'll see these videos where men go up and they do get these numbers. But I would argue that majority of those numbers, that woman is not even texting them back. That woman is not down to go on a date because that woman has no idea who the fuck you are. She feels zero connection towards you. She knows nothing about you. And even though maybe she was impressed by your approach in the moment, when you let 24, 48, 72 hours go by and she's in a completely different headspace and so much has gone on throughout her day or her week, and she just gets a text message from a random number, she really has no substance or memory or connection with you. And that's why a lot of these women will ghost you. Maybe they'll even text you back, but then when a full week has gone by and now it's time for her to block out her Saturday night so she could spend 2 hours getting ready, trying on different outfits and going out with you for 2, 3, 4+ hours on a Saturday night when she could go with other plans, most women are not going to just completely clear out their weekend to take a gamble or a risk with some dude that she has no idea who you are. It's the equivalent of you watching 5 seconds, 30 seconds of my content, and then I just ask you, are you ready to purchase my program? Even if the first 30 seconds of interacting with me was really good, you just haven't seen enough evidence of who I am. You haven't felt enough connection about me, right? In sales, there's this idea that the audience needs to know, like, and trust you. They need to know who you are. They need to really like you, but they also need to trust you before they actually make a purchase, right? And so, yes, you will see some guys that can go up and do this. I'm just showing you the right way and the wrong way to do it. And if you just blast that, man, your conversion is so low. It's a fraction of what it could be if you actually stayed in the interaction and started to find out what she likes to do for fun, and you talk about what you like to do for fun. That's what you should do first before you just blast a phone number close or a Snapchat close, which is, I don't even get what the point of that is, right? Have a conversation and connect with the woman and talk about what she likes to do and what you like to do. When you're in that moment and you've been interacting with the woman, instead of just going for the phone number, this is the phrase that you want to say. We should go do blank sometime. All right. That just depends on whatever's been going on in the conversation. If you're interacting with a girl and you feel like it's on, you feel like the vibe is there, and we've been in an interaction for at least a couple minutes, whatever the thing is she likes to do for fun or you like to do for fun, or some interesting thing that's going on in your town, we should go do blank sometime. We should go grab sushi sometime. Have you ever been to blah, blah, blah spot? You've never been to that sushi spot? They make the best sushi in town. I gotta take you there sometime. You're gonna love it. No, for real, we should go grab sushi sometime. You're talking about working out. It's the same thing. Yeah, we should get a workout in sometime. You could even say this same phrase. You could literally say this to men too. If you wanna make male friends, you wanna connect with more men to build a network of high status individuals, this is what you do. You guys, you probably already do this with the friends you made. You got in a conversation. What happened was, we had commonalities. You started talking to them and you were like, oh wow, he actually likes that thing too. That's crazy that he likes that thing too. Dude, we should go do that thing sometime. Yeah, bro, I'm down, man. Okay, cool, I'll hit you up. That's how you made friends. You just didn't understand it tactically. It was like school or mutual friends or house party or alcohol got you to a point where you connected with somebody, you did something you guys both liked, and then naturally that happened. And that's okay, but if you're only waiting for those instances, that is like 1% of the potential of what you could have. If you wanted to make more male friends and build a social circle, if you wanted to have more women in your life and go on more dates, stop waiting for the 1% and take a more proactive approach. And that's going to be using this exact structure. We should go do blank sometime. That's it, man. If nothing else, just do this one thing in any interaction that is going well. Just do this one thing and your life will change. Seriously. I'll get into some subtleties right after this, but like most of you guys just don't shoot the shot. You're talking to a guy and he's cool. Yo, we should get a workout in sometime, bro. We should go grab a bite sometime. Yo, you should come out with us this weekend. I don't care what it is. Just start going for the number. Start going for Instagram, start going for numbers. We should go do blank sometime and then get the contact info. And start doing this with women too. If you right now, just think about this. Write down on a piece of paper, how many women did you actually go for the close in the last month? What's that number? If that number is less than 20, you're not statistically on the right trajectory to achieve the dating life you want. If that number is less than 10, you have a serious problem. That means you're really not going for it at all. And even 10, I would argue, you're probably only going to get a fraction of the 10. And then a fraction of those people are actually going to go on a date with you. So how many, like if we're just looking at the numbers, does it make sense that you're on the trajectory to have your dream dating life and your dream social network life? Most guys can't even do this by themselves, honestly, but I'm just showing you the stats. Like the clients that I work with, we sit down, we look at the numbers. We track the numbers on a weekly basis. We give you multiple calls while you're out in the field that we coach you through. And then we coach you in between those calls. Like we're breaking down your recordings. We're making sure that the numbers make sense. Are you shooting the shot enough? If the answer is no, you need to step that up. If you need help with that, you click the link down below. I can help you with that. Let's talk about the more subtle ways that we could ask a woman out. Let's say it's a little bit more of a tricky situation. Let's say it's the gym. Let's say it's the work environment. Or let's just say, I don't know if she's that into me, but we talk. It's not on, and I don't want it to be weird if I go for it. So how do I still invite her out in a way that's safer, right? These type of situations. And what I would say is, instead of going for a romantic one-on-one invitation, which could potentially get declined and then it's weird between the two of you guys, you invite her to something you're already doing. That way, if she doesn't come, you're still doing the thing and there's no rejection. It's more like, I'm already doing this thing and it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be a lot of fun. If you're free, join in. If not, you're gonna be missing out. There's no rejection in that. Do you see the difference? And that's why this is really powerful. Hopefully, some of you guys probably didn't even make it to the second half of this video, but if you made it to the second half, that's powerful, man. That is powerful because you could essentially do this with anybody. And even like let's just play the opposite side. Well, what if I invite them to the thing and they don't come? Isn't that weird? No, it's not weird. Like let's say you were talking to a girl at the gym and you guys are in communication and you're telling her, by the way, I don't know what you're doing this weekend, but we got blank thing going on. Whatever that is. Like right now, 4th of July is coming up. So let's say there's a 4th of July party or there's a barbecue or there's, let's actually, I don't even want there to be excuses around there being no holidays coming up. Let's say it's a random weekend and you're just going out with a couple people. It doesn't need to be this mansion party that you're inviting her to. You could simply say, by the way, I don't know what you're up to this weekend, but I'm gonna be out with a couple people. It's gonna be a lot of fun. If you're free, you should join in. You could even bring your girls. You could even bring your friends. That all of that wording softens the idea of rejection. It actually takes the idea of rejection off the table. It's more like, hey, I'm doing this thing. It's gonna be really fun. You're welcome to join and bring your friends because I'm not so interested in you romantically that it needs to be me and you one-on-one. I'm actually telling you to bring your friends too, which makes it a very low investment thing. And it completely removes the idea of rejection, right? So that is really powerful. It doesn't need to be a night out. It could be like, look, in Miami, every weekend there's like this health and wellness event that goes on Sundays, right? There's like coffee and chill and there's like pups and chill and then there's like a fitness expo going on out here once a month. It could just be you going to the gym. If you connected with the girl on working out and stuff, you could tell her, hey, this weekend I'm probably gonna be going to the gym over the weekend. If you wanna join in, we should get a lift in. That is very indirect, but I'm still inviting her out, right? And so all of these concepts are very safe. They're very, very safe because let's even take the coworker example, which is most men's biggest fear. You don't wanna shit where you eat, right? Okay, we're in the work environment, I'm talking to her. Hey, by the way, there's this barbecue going on this weekend. Hey, by the way, we're going out this weekend with a couple people. If you want to join in, let me know. You could even bring your friends. It's going to be lit. Oh, thanks. I don't know though. I'll let you know. Or that's very sweet of you, but I do have other plans. Oh no, I got rejected. Here's how you follow that up. No worries. Not a big deal. Because it's not, right? It's literally not a big deal. But then here's what happens after. Because I know I've seen this play out and clients of mine have even asked, well then where do I go from there? What happens the next time I see her? The next time you see her, you talk about the event that you went to and how she missed out. That's all it is. It's not weird that she didn't go to it and the next time you see her, it's weird and you don't want to talk to her. No, next time you talk to her, hey, what's up? What's going on? Good to see you. How was your weekend? Oh, it was good. It was all right. I did this, this, and this. What about you? I went to the thing, whatever thing you talked to her about. Yeah, I was at the barbecue. It was so much fun. Honestly, you really missed out. Or honestly, you should have came. oh, we had blah, blah, blah going on. We had blah, blah, blah going on. Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. Even if it's nothing crazy, even if it was like you ended up going to the gym and she missed out on the workout, just make it sound like it was cool. Because if that's something you're passionate about, you should be able to talk about that thing in an interesting way, right? And then from there, most likely what's gonna happen is she's gonna say, wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. Or damn, I did miss out. Or wow, that's great, I'm happy for you. But then you say, no worries, it's all good. I'll let you know the next time it's going on. If you wanna join in for the next one, it's a lot of fun, right? So most people aren't just gonna clear out their schedule and go out with you that first time. And I think that's why a lot of men also think they're losers or they got rejected. You didn't get rejected. You're not a loser. Most people aren't going to clear out their schedule and come hang out with you the first time you invite them, right? If it's the more direct route with the, I wanna go on a date with you, it kind of is, but the girl could still even flake. I'm talking about for the indirect invitations that you're sending out. It's unlikely that they'll come out the first time, but the good news is that you'll see them again. You talk about how cool the thing was and that they missed out. And then you tell them, hey, no worries, I'll hit you up next time we got something going on if you want to join in. And that creates this dynamic where I can just constantly let you know whenever there's things going on, I can invite you in a non-creepy way. And then once you get them out to those environments, if they come out, right? What happens if she never comes out? Well, dude, if she works if she's a coworker of you and she never comes out, she likely wasn't interested in you. In which case, fine, you still seem like a cool guy, you never got rejected, you're a high value man, and maybe at some point you guys could still be friends and she could introduce you to her friends. So no matter how this plays out, it's a massive win, right? Those are the two different ways you can start to invite more women out. And actually, even though I unintentionally included men in this, it's true. This is how you would build a social circle, this is how you network, this is how you connect with high value men, and this is how you get more women in your life. Start shooting your shot a little bit more frequently. That's the only way you're gonna have success. If you're not taking any action at all, if you're nowhere near the trajectory to have success or you've been stuck, click the link down below, man. I would love to help you make a transformation. It's prime time right now, it's summer. You need to get out there more, you need more action. If you need accountability, coaching, support, that encouragement, that structure that's needed to break through the levels you've been stuck at, I'm the man for the job. Click the link down below and apply to work with me directly. That's all for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.